So I have really been wanting to get my hands on one of these Overdrive pedals for quite some time now, and finally found one. And I really think these are underappreciated and undervalued vintage Overdrives, if you can get one for the right price, that is. And many famous players have used these over the years, including one of my favorites, Stevie Ray Vaughan, as well as John Mayer. He has definitely been seen using this exact model. But this is the Ibanez Tube Screamer TS10 Overdrive pedal. And these came out in the mid to late 80s after the TS9 and the TS808 before that. But this pedal kind of has a bit of a bad reputation as compared to the other two because of the build quality. And for that reason, I never ended up buying one until now. But after doing some research on the TS10, I decided that I just needed to buy the pedal and try it for myself. And I have to say, over the past couple weeks, I've been using it, and I am really impressed with the tone of this pedal, and so far it functions flawlessly. So today I want to go over some of the details and features with you guys, as well as show you the tones that I'm getting. And I wanted to start out with a really John Mayer type clean boost, because I think that's what this pedal does really well. So we'll start out with that and go from there. So hopefully I recorded this well enough and you can hear it, but I really think this pedal does that transparent, clean John Mayer type boost really well, and probably because this is the exact pedal that he's used. But also what I like about this pedal, the background noise, that kind of static crackling noise that you get with a lot of Overdrives, it seems to be really quiet with this pedal, which makes it great for recording and playing live, because you just really can't have that going on. And it seems to be a very quiet pedal in that regard. Also, whenever you bypass the pedal just going into the amplifier, it doesn't seem to have a lot of tone suck, and I would assume this is not a true bypass pedal, and I'm not an expert on true bypass. I don't know if it's worth doing or if not, but this pedal seems to sound perfectly fine with it on or off, and that's a big deal for me as well, because I use my clean tone and then I switch to my overdriven tone quite a bit when playing live, and I've got to have that clean sound that I'm looking for, and this pedal sounds great when it's off. That also leads me into the switching itself, because people complain about this cheaper quality switch on this pedal, and so far it works flawlessly. And the other thing that I've experienced with some true bypass pedals is that kind of popping, clicking noise when you switch it on or off, and this thing is dead quiet, which again I really need for what I do, and this thing just does the job. So I'd like to do another tone clip for you guys here, and just crank up the drive a little bit, turn the amp up, and do some kind of Albert King, Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff, some big bends, and some higher gain, like Texas Flood, Sky is Crying type thing. Every once in a while I love to do that as well. So this pedal nails that tone, obviously. So let's check that out and get into some more interesting details regarding the TS10. see who are still listening and watching, and I would love to hear from you if you guys want to drop a comment, if you've ever had a TS10, if you like the tone, if you hated the tone, if you think they're junk, like a lot of people comment in the forums online. Whatever your opinion is, I'd like to hear from you, because for me, I mean, I don't have any problem with it. People do talk about the build quality as far as the pots being cheap. And also a big issue with this design is that the pots are built into the circuit board, I guess. And so that can really cause an issue if you drop this pedal and break a pot or whatever. I think you're going to have a pretty extensive repair job to fix it, if you even can fix it. And obviously that's really not a good design for long term, so I've got to be careful with that. But I bought this pedal for under $200, I believe. I think about 175 bucks, and I just think at that price point to get a vintage Overdrive tube screamer, it's a pretty good deal. I think so. I mean, when other boutique pedals nowadays are in the $300-400 price range, I mean, obviously you can get $100 pedals, you can get even cheaper Overdrives that probably sound just as good and operate better, but there's, maybe there's a little bit of magic in this, and I just wanted to try it out because some of my heroes have used it and know for myself, and now I know what it sounds like, and for right now, I'm gonna put this on my board and use this as my main Overdrive, and maybe at some point I'll move on, but I don't know. For right now, this really gets the job done for me, and I'm gonna be using it. So one more piece of advice for you guys, if you're looking at maybe purchasing one of these pedals, my serial number is 360714, and this is the made in Japan version. You'll see that here on the back of the sticker, which a lot of times this will peel off or people will take it off. So you want to look out for that. But there was a later version that was made in Taiwan, and I think they use different circuitry or different parts in that. They're not as desirable. So if you're looking for this tone from this video and that kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan thing, I think you want to get the made in Japan version, the earlier model, and that's going to help with resale value as well. But let's go ahead and get into some interesting details that I've found out on the TS10. Me and my good friend Nick did a little bit of research on this pedal, but I do believe it came out in 1986. And obviously Stevie Ray Vaughan, famous for using the tube screamer, he started using the TS10 around that time. So a lot of those tones that he was getting from 86 and on, as far as we know, he was using the TS10. He did use a couple other one-off overdrives here and there, but this was really that sound. And there's lots of photos of his pedal board online that we pulled up showing the TS10. But also John Mayer started using this pedal. There's videos of him online talking about it and stepping on the TS10. You can see it, but he's got multiple TS10s from what I've seen. And so I guess he was seriously into it for some time. But Rene Martinez, who was Stevie's guitar tech in the 80s, late 80s, is now John Mayer's guitar tech. I don't know if he currently is, but he definitely was for a good while. And I read somewhere online that Rene Martinez may have let John borrow or use Stevie's TS10 overdrives. I don't know if there's any truth to that. That would be a really interesting fact if that were true. And I wish John was, still into the gear like that to maybe shed some light, because he certainly must know some secrets and details around that with working with Rene. So just a little fact that I heard about, could be completely false, but I don't know. It kind of makes sense. So I think that's really all I've got for you guys today. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in and watching me ramble on about the nerdiest stuff surrounding overdrive pedals. And but I just wanted to put my experience out there, because a lot of people say these are junk. And for me, I guess it just goes to show you really just need to try it for yourself and see what you think, and not trust what you read on the forums, because I've had some bad experiences on guitar forums, and a lot of BS that people talk about in there. This is a video. This is the real deal pedal, original. You can listen to it, see it in action, and make your own decision. So I like it, and I've said this before, but this is now going on my board, and this is going to be my main overdrive pedal going forward, because it's the best that I've found yet. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.